Good news. For the month of August 2019, I am offering a 50% off deal for my personal astrology readings. So that means you're going to save $200 to get an astrology reading from me. Go up here to astrology.thunderwizard.com and you can learn more about it. So, what do I offer in a Vedic astrological reading? I'll just pull up here one of my most recent astrology readings, and I'm going to go through. I'm not going to share their chart with you, but I'm going to go through what it is you get when you get a reading from me. So, the first thing that you're going to find out is I'm going to explain to you the difference between Vedic astrology and Western astrology. Western astrology, if you open up the newspaper and it says September 17th, Virgo, those readings, unfortunately, are off. They're off by 24 degrees, which means that many of the planets and many of the signs are completely different. The idea is that you want to be able to have a snapshot of the sky that is above you when you are born. Now, 2,000 years ago, when the East Indians and the Greeks both went to Afghanistan and Bactria to study astrology from the masters there, they brought back the understanding of the 12 signs and the 12 houses as we know it. But the Greeks adopted what we now call the tropical zodiac, which is it's an inaccurate look at the sky. And what happens is that tropical zodiac, which was accurate 2,000 years ago, has been going off by 1 degree every 72 years. So those Western astrology readings are off by 24 degrees. Your planets may be in different houses, different signs. Vedic astrologers use the sidereal zodiac, which is the actual sky that is above you and the planets that are hitting you at any given moment. That's important because you want to have an accurate understanding of what the planets were doing when you were born. So I explained to you in more depth what that is in case you want to know. I give you the 3 signs according to Vedic astrology. We use your rising sign, which changes every 15 minutes. It's a very precise snapshot of your personality. It's really not your personality, it is the lens through which your soul sees itself and how it looks at its life and its karma and all the stuff that's coming to it. And so depending on your sign, Virgo, Sagittarius, that is your personality because that tells you how your soul looks at how it roots itself into the world to see how your world is going to come across as you go through life. This is the rising sign, and this is the sign that I give you. And many times that's very different from what your Western sign is, and people go, oh my gosh, that's so true, because I've never really felt a connection to my, their Western sign. Now, the next thing I'm going to give you is the moon sign. Now, according to Vedic astrology, the moon is incredibly important. In fact, for some Vedic astrologers, the moon is more important than the sun sign and the rising sign. But in this style of astrology, the moon comes in second. So I'm going to tell you what your moon sign is, which is your mind and your emotions. And that's extremely important for all different kinds of things. And then I will tell you what your Vedic sun sign is. So my Vedic sun sign in Western is Virgo. I've never really connected to that. That's because that's not my sun sign. My sun sign is actually Leo. So this is how big of a difference it is when those 24 degrees can completely change everything. So I'm going to tell you what your Vedic sun sign is. Then I'm going to tell you what is the soul significator. Now this is the planet that has the highest number of degrees in your chart. It gives you a general idea of a powerful gift that you have, but it also tells you a major karmic lesson. For instance, mine is moon, which means that I must treat the whole world as my family in order for me to overcome karmic pitfalls in my life. It's been extremely helpful. Then I share with you the 3 planets that, in my experience as a Vedic astrologer, are the most important planets that are wanting to help you. See, this is what astrology is about. Astrology is understanding that everybody is different. All of the nuances that make you up are different than what makes me up. And so I'm going to share with you the planets that are vibrating on the three levels of your mind. Your conscious mind, the part of your mind that experiences and interacts, the seat of the soul through which you sit and watch your life and experience all of the emotions. It's the part of the mind that thinks it's making all of the decisions, but in reality it's not. But you still need to know what the planet is that is associated with that, so that you know how to consciously affix your mind, which will guide you through your everyday life. This is called your Ishta Devata, the chosen deity or the chosen planet. Then I share with you the Dharma Devata. This is the planet that wants to help you on your path. This planet is associated with your unconscious. There's your conscious mind, the part of you that you're aware of, the things you think you know, your memories, your thoughts, your beliefs about yourself in your conscious arena. Then there's the unconscious, the part of your mind you are not aware of. This is where all of your childhood patterns are. This is where all your past life blocks and fears are. This is where all your positive soul programming is as well, which tells you what your deepest soul desire is and your true path. And all of the blessings and the gifts that you have given to yourself over thousands of lifetimes. This is found in the unconscious mind. And the planet that wants to associate with your unconscious mind is like a super being that will come in and bring to your awareness who you truly are and what your true path is. I'm going to share with you what that is, and I'm going to give you a ritual that is designed just for you based on your specific chart. We'll talk more about that in a second. Then I'm going to share with you the Palana Devata, which is the planet associated with the subconscious mind. Most people don't even realize the difference between the unconscious and the subconscious. 99% of the time when people use the word subconscious, they mean unconscious. So what is the subconscious? Subconscious is the part of your mind that bounces back and forth between the conscious and the unconscious mind. It is your subconscious mind that you use to pull out information that you're not thinking about, like your mom's maiden name, your birthday, your blood type, your license, your social security number. You don't go around telling yourself your social security number, but when you need it, your subconscious mind goes in there and grabs it and gives it to you. But the subconscious mind is the part of your mind that you use whenever you sit down and try to intend your reality. This is the part of meditation that allows you to create your prosperity, your job, your relationships, your health. This is coming from the ability of the subconscious mind to send out through your third eye and project your reality. I'm going to tell you what planet is working there, and we can talk about creating a ritual for you to get more money, to find a job. All of those will be found with your Palana Devata. Then I'm going to share with you deities that are seeking to help you. And this is based on a very precise formula based on your chart and different planets and different houses in your chart. And we're going to find out which deities from different religions that are associated with that, so that you can, on your own, do some research into these deities that are wanting to help you based on your first, your fifth, and your ninth houses. These are the houses that want to bring you blessing. Many of the other houses bring awareness and bring you eventually moksha, liberation, or enlightenment, but it can be through challenging means. So this is why you need a good astrologer to, do you want to stimulate that eighth house of unknowns, that house of death, of transformation? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But when you have an astrologer who knows how to stimulate your first, fifth, and your ninth houses, then you will be able to get what you need in life in a positive and in a pleasant way. I'm going to share with you how to do that based on which deities want to help you in that way. I'll share with you the syllable that is associated with your moon. And this is where you get your spiritual name, because when somebody calls you by a name, that starts with the first syllable associated with your moon sign, then what ends up happening is that your mind vibrates on its highest level. Every time somebody calls you by that spiritual name, you are automatically pushed and stimulated to operate from your highest awareness. This is why kids in India are named based on this syllable in their moon, because every time you call a kid, for instance, let's say it's a girl and her name is Lakshmi because the la sound is associated. Every time somebody says, Lakshmi, come here, Lakshmi, drop that, Lakshmi, go to bed, Lakshmi, brush your teeth. Every time they say that, this child is stimulated to operate from her highest mind, which means that she'll make better decisions. She'll be able to operate from an emotional place of stability. She'll be able to make better decisions, do better in school. And over time, it accumulates. This is why it's a spiritual name and it's a good luck name. I'll share with you my favorite thing, which is called the projection. This is the superpower that you were born with that you're not aware of. Most of the time, that is how people see you. Now, we go around wanting people to see us for who we think we are. People say it all the time. I want people to love me for who I am. I want people to see me for who I am. Well, they don't. They see you based on the reflection. Just like right now, there's a light that's hitting me that's reflecting off of my face and going into the camera here. And that's how you see me. If that light was off, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So when you walk into a room, you have an energy that is projected out of you, that reflects off of you. It's not who you are, but it's a power that you have gained over many lifetimes that you're not even aware of, and this is where all of your success will come from. If you learn how to project that, I'm doing it right now. Sleeveless shirt, I go to the gym, I lift weights, bald head, I'm wearing all of these fancy little spiritual doodads. That's because I am the spiritual warrior. I'm the spiritual shaman. And that's based on my chart. As long as I present myself that way, I am successful. People want to hire me. People want to give me money. I went through many years battling with this, and I battled with my success. I was struggling my whole life until my astrologer showed me what my projection was. I got over my difficulties with it because I didn't see myself that way. And now I present myself this way, and I am much more successful than I ever have been in my whole life. I want to share with you what your projection is, and that's something only a skilled Vedic astrologer can do. Then I'm going to share with you a good luck pendant. Mine is moonstone. I wear it every time, or a moonstone. I wear it every time I do my videos or I go out in public. People walk across the room and they say, oh my God, what is that you're wearing? That's so, girls especially will walk over and say, your pendant is so beautiful. What they're really doing is that they are acknowledging that I am wearing the gemstone that vibrates with the planet that wants to help me follow my path, which happens to be moon. Yours might be Jupiter, it might be Mars, it might be Venus. Whatever it is, if you wear the gemstone associated with your Dharma Devata, you will vibrate to your highest path in this life, and people have to help you. When you wear the gemstone, people are stimulated on an unconscious level to hire you if you're looking for a job, to be your friend, to go out on a date with you, to support you if you're doing a presentation, or if you're just out and about just shopping for food. I'm going to share with you what the pendant is that will help you with that. And then I'm going to share with you a mantra. That mantra will be precisely figured out based on your chart. Listen, even in India, they throw mantras around like candy, but what you don't realize is that mantras vibrate with very specific planetary energies. And even more so, it gets even more complicated than that. Let's say both you and I need to have Mars. Now, the deity associated with Mars for me may not be the right deity associated with Mars for you. The god, each planet has different gods associated with it, multiple gods. So one person may want to work with Hanuman, and the other person may want to work with Kartikeya, for instance, if we're just talking about Mars. That will be seen in your chart, and only a skilled Vedic astrologer can see whether not only what planet, but what planetary vibration, which means what precise deity you need in order to help you. This is something I'm going to give you in the reading that I give. So I'm going to give you a mantra with a specific mantra based on your chart, the number of syllables, the syllable used to stimulate and empower the mantra will be specifically designed for you, and of course the specific deity and planet. Then I will give you a specific ritual. Even that you have to look at the chart. For some person, let's say Mars again, they're going to need to face south and light incense. Somebody else is going to need to face east and light a candle. That is going to be seen from your chart. And when you put all of the ingredients in there and get the exact ritual, the exact mantra for the exact Palana, whether it's your conscious mind, your subconscious, your unconscious, when you get all of these things lined up perfectly, then you end up having that ritual that will come in and transform your life. And if you talk to people who have gotten readings from me, they'll tell you that's not like anything else they've experienced. That's been the case for me, and it's the case for a lot of my clients. So go to astrology.thunderwizard.com and you can get a reading from me half off and save $200. And you can also take a look and see my apprentices that are there, and if you want to save a little bit more, you can get a reading from them instead. It's up to you. But for the month of August only, if you want a reading from me, it'll be 50% off. That's a $200 savings. So take advantage of it while you can. All right. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to sharing your chart with you.